Over 50 houses I own today. After 2 years, 6 houses were giving me so much. I was making much more than on my full-time job.
What's the secret?
Hard work, 12, 16 hours work from Monday to Sunday. I got planning permission to build 7 detached houses. We just start working on site and then pandemic started. That other tenant, they said something happened. The room was already in blood because it was so hot. All the fluids started coming out from him.
Well, hopefully you've not put anyone off investing.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Property Developer Show, the podcast. Today I'm joined by David, who is a Polish immigrant that moved over here in 2012 and bought your first property in 2014.
It's all right.
Came over with £300 and a promise for accommodation and work, and that didn't turn out to be the case. But 2 years later, bought your first property. Another 11 years later, here you are. Successful businesses, successful portfolio, training other people how to do it. What's the secret?
Just hard work. It's not going to be like 8 hours work from Monday to Friday. It's going to be 12, 16 hours work from Monday to Sunday. So your basic work, whatever you do, for me at the very beginning was a warehouse, in a really bad place, fridge, where there was not even time to think about anything else than picking and packing stuff which was over there. So that was clean my brain, and I just thought I need to get out from this place. So as many other hours I could do, that was like one of the points. So I can build that extra cash, which I can like start building that cash and then invest in something in the future. I didn't know what I'm going to invest in the future. I thought I'm going to run some kind of business, maybe a shop or maybe a car dealer, anything I like. I know I don't want to be in the warehouse. So I was living like very modest way, not spending at all, basically just for food, no holidays. So I went with the extreme route. I don't recommend that route to anyone. Everyone have different, life, different goals. I think we need to think about that. What is my goal? What is your goal? So I don't want people like to listen to my story and they think like, oh, this is the way how to do it. Because if you're gonna do it same way, it might be tragic way for you. So making like loads of overtimes, saving up, finding like little pennies, and start building that extra cash to start my own journey.
What kind of property strategies have you been using over the sort of 11 years?
Yeah, so I start from mini HMO because I didn't know too much about HMO regulations. I was scared about that because having some knowledge from Poland, which Poland changed a lot today. Poland is like 21st century country today, comparing to most of the countries in the Europe, especially, where you can do so much online, and the technology is like new technology. It's like if it's today something coming on the market, tomorrow is going to be in Poland. Like people adapting so fast to new technology. But when I was like young or teenager, people were complaining about red label, and it's like so hard to get anything done, permissions, whatever. And with that knowledge, I was like scared about this. Like, oh, I never been there, working with the council, with HMO license. I don't know how it's gonna be. I was like so terrified about that. So I thought maybe I'm gonna start something small, just buying a 3-bedroom house with separate living room, rent them out for 4 people, no HMO license, no Article 4, just easy way. And thanks to that, I was making from each house that time from £800 to £1,000 net profit. So after deducting the cost of water, gas, electricity, or the media, mortgage, and after 2 years, 6 houses were giving me so much. I was making much more than on my full-time job. So I find out myself in the situations like, why I'm wasting the time over here? It's no point. It's just I'm going on my own journey. But the funny fact is, I plan everything. So before I got my first house, I wrote like on calendar, step by step, because I calculated like every month we had like from very beginning. We have for every week we have like a spreadsheet, like our life spreadsheet. How much we earning weekly, how much we spending, what is the net profit from our work every week and then every month. So you could calculate it, how much I will have end of the year just from the work. And then we had a situation where we spoke to the landlord. I says, this house is too expensive for me. I want to sublet some rooms. And I want to be fair with you. Are you okay with that? If you're going to be okay with that, I'm staying in this house. If not, I'm going to look for the house where I will be allowed to do that. So the landlord gave me a green light. So I sublet the 3 bedrooms upstairs and we moved to the living room. Living room was massive. And I have no cost of living. Those 3 rooms paid for all the bills and I have even some extra on the top. So saving money was so quick for us. But it's like extreme route. Like I don't recommend anyone to do the same because you don't know who will be those people. Like, is it your life going to be happy that time? I don't think so. But it's just a way, it's easy way, maybe medium hard way, and it's like hardcore way. So I choose the hardcore route. And from mini HMO, I thought, okay, I already learned so much. We can go next step. So I started doing HMO properties, where I was buying like a house, converting to HMO, adding extra bedrooms. So I think my first HMO house was like a dead HMO. So someone bought it 2 years before an auction. The lady, I think she had some bad contractors. So those contractors, they made so much bad work. She have like 12 leaks in that property. So she bought it on auction 2 years before. She did some renovation and then she sold that to me cheaper than she paid for it on auction. So she spent money on auction, then she spent money on renovation, and she sold that with huge loss to me. And we just renovate. We stripped that back to the brick again because there was so many issues with that house. And we renovated, we refinanced that property, went well, and then I was just copy paste, doing all other houses, converting to HMO, and then going like next level. Okay, so now maybe we can do something in the basement. So we can fit in the basement kitchen and dining room. So the regulations saying kitchen can be blind and doesn't need to have sunlight. But if it's like kitchen, dining, and living room all together, then you need to have a sunlight. So like we had to dig a hole so the sun can get in from the outside to the basement. And thanks to that, from small 3-bedroom house, we could convert the living room and old kitchen to a bedroom. We converted that to 5-bedroom ensuite HMO. And in that time, this house was making, mortgages was very low, bills was not so high as they are now. This house was making that time 20k net profit per year. So
that's 3 shows down and just 2 more to go. After another successful show in Birmingham, our next stop is Manchester on the 10th of September, where we'll have 45 exhibitors, 12 keynote speakers, and over 350 property developers in attendance. Again, that's Manchester, 10th of September. And then finally, we're in Leeds on the 8th of October. So if you're looking to network, raise money, meet new business partners, find new deals, or meet amazing service providers, visit our website today to book your free ticket, propertydevelopershow.co.uk. I look forward to seeing you there. Just very quickly interrupting this episode, have you got a property deal in mind? Want to build or grow your portfolio but unsure how to obtain funding? No problem. At Roma Finance, they love to lend. The borrower-first approach means Roma deliver flexible, tailored solutions that accommodate the diverse needs and experience of developers across residential and commercial projects. With a flexible criteria, Roma take time to understand each borrower's unique circumstances. Roma's attentive team are always equipped to handle and take on your requests. They will guide and support you throughout the property journey. Colleagues and customer relations are the beating heart of their business. Don't forget to explore Roma's website, romafinance.co.uk, for helpful resources, including articles and case studies to guide your financial decisions. Remember, Roma Finance love to lend. Your property goals are only a call or email away. Now back to the episode.
when I built so many different kind of HMOs, we started doing like an extensions. So when I learned like, okay, we went, we did underpinning, we did extension, we did attics. So already I have so much experience with that. It was like, you start getting bored, like it's nothing excited anymore. So we need to go like something which will boost that adrenaline. I think not enough stress, like maybe I need some more stress. So I bought a pub and we decided to convert that to 6 flats. Many people like advising you, architect, mortgage advisor, solicitor. So they all giving you advice from their point of view. And they really want to do a good thing for you. But you need to think who is who's going to be your customer. If you're remortgaging that, it's the bank. And bank have his own regulation. So we did everything has the planning permission want us to do because we apply to it. But then the banks didn't want a flat roof on that pub. So many banks, they decided like, okay, we're not interested. Then we have 2 big ground rent. So the solicitor advised me, you can add the ground rent £200 per year. So if you're going to decide to sell that in future, then at least you have a ground rent from each flat, £200 extra. So it's always extra, something extra for you. So I says, okay, yeah, we can do that way. And then all the bank says like, no, the ground rent is too big. The ground rent can be 0.1% of value of each flat. And those flats, they've been built in, east part of the UK. So they've been valued between 85 to 100, maybe even less that time. And so it's like too much. So the ground rent should be £85 per year, not £200. So I had to change that and go through all the land registry process again. So you're just wasting the time. And there was so many issues, like the bank didn't like the open staircase to the first floor, which was from outside. And it says, if you will cover that, if that would be inside, that's fine. But because it's like open, we don't want it. And then I'm watching like a YouTube channel and I see other people who have like 10,000 or even more views on their episodes. And I see that they go in that road, they're doing some project. And straight away, I know like, you're not going to get this to be refinanced. Because, for example, you bought flats above the commercial and there's like restaurant on there. You don't own the restaurant, you own the flats above. Many banks, they will not will to give you a mortgage. But I'm talking about north of the UK because London is a different story. In London, banks will take your property where they are happy with that property. And in same type of property, they're not going to be happy in the north as some kind of security for them. So after the pop, I went, and that was the time where we have like pandemic. Before that, I bought the land, pure land in Sheffield, S2, not far away. Maybe someone from Sheffield will listen to that. Manor Park, Basildon Road. I got planning permission to build 7 detached houses, and we just start working on site, and then pandemic started. So when I heard that pandemic is, there will be, I don't know, people will be sitting at home and you don't know what's going to be tomorrow. I had like a site manager. So I told him, please order as many stuff you can. Just leave them on the site, like bricks, whatever you need. We have like a huge container. Whatever you can fit there, just fit there. Buy as many goods you can. Just leave them on site. So if there will be any trouble, we can still work. And exactly that happened. People were struggling to get materials. And in Sheffield, I was driving around and I haven't seen any developers who've been building. So I don't know if they've been any. Maybe they've been somewhere, some other part of the Sheffield, but those developers who I saw, really big developers, they all stopped. And we were still working on our site. And obviously there've been million different kind of challenges. Every project have some kind of challenges which you will not expect to approach. But then when you approach them, like you need to deal with them. Like someone need to.
How do you sort of deal with those challenges usually?
like the job need to be done. And today I'm after 11 years. I would like someone else to do like please do that for me. But people who don't have experience, still, I'm getting myself in the situation where we're going like on next level. I feel sometimes tired, to be honest. Like again, I need to go there by myself and clean that shit. Sorry for the bad word, but it's exactly how I'm saying. So I have that site manager, and he couldn't get the connection for water, gas, and electricity. He was applying that for a year. So I says like, when did you apply that last time? He says November. Yeah, but we have November now, last year. It's like, how? Oh my God, it's gonna take forever. So I decided to take entire crew from my office, and I says like, you need to all start calling. Like, they need to come over. They need to finish that because people want to move in. They're waiting for the house. They need to have a place to live, and they stopping those people for living in the dream house, and we were bombarding them with dozens of phones every day. Make so much pressure that after one day, there was like an entire crew who blocked the road, and builders from that crew was talking like, what happened over here? Like, we've been on another job, and they says like, it's like emergency. You need to stop that job, and you need to come over here, and you need to finish this job first. So this is like a situation where you need to get out from your, out of the box, start thinking other way, like not thinking like, oh, they told us we need to wait. Yeah, well, they're telling you that like from last year. It's like literally now, it's like 12 months you're trying to get that. So we didn't have even water on the site. So water was being taken from one of my houses, to build 7 detached houses. So every day the guy was going with like a huge tank, and he was getting water from one of my houses, which was not far away, just because you need water to build that. And so just thinking out of the box, thinking out of the box. Another thing, like there will be people who will want to take advantage. And we had a situation with the quotes, like doing the drainage work. And first guy gave us an offer for 120K. And then I says like, well, that's expensive. So we start looking for other companies, and we did that not for 120, we did that for 28. So you could spend nearly an extra 100 grand for doing same pipes. So I was thinking like, is all that toilet waste in that first scenario, is that will go through golden pipes? Like, what are I gonna get for that extra 100K? Like, is the waste gonna be extreme happy? Oh, those pipes are so fancy.
Yeah. Wow.
So
I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Like, just finding, you need to know all this information, and the only way to obviously figure that whether that's a good quote or not a good quote is by going through that process and getting multiple quotes. So yeah, obviously all these things going on. What are some of the key, or what's the key lesson that you've learned amongst everything that you can share with everyone else?
Finding right people who have experience with what you want to do. Like, so you can speak to someone who literally did that, not like someone who heard about that, literally have experience. And the best case scenario would be like he did that many times. So for example, if you want to do a new build, speak to the developer who finished loads of different kind of projects, ask him and learn from him. So this is making you like the job so much easier. So I think this is like the key. And then whenever you're gonna see the problem, if you have like right team or group of network of people who have experience in those topics, it's also much easier for you to like speak to anyone. Oh, we got a financial problem. I know so many mortgage advisors. I'm gonna ask each one of them to get some opinion, and then we're gonna find a solution. So finding right people is the key.
Amazing.
And surrounding yourself. Today you can use like AI, but it's always you don't always know what to ask the AI, because you don't know what you're going to approach. So someone who have that experience, he will tell you like, if you're going to do this, then that can happen. If you're going to do that, you will have problem with this. And how you're going to ask that question AI? Like, you're going to ask him like, what kind of problem I can approach? So like he said, oh, you can have like hard situation with the council, with this, with that, with the bill, yeah, and that's it. But he will not give you specific like situation and how to solve that situation. When you're going to approach that, maybe he will find some kind of solution. But people who have experience, they can tell you before you're going to start anything. So finding right people.
Nice, I like that. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think from a multitude of reasons, employing people, like obviously talking about your site manager sort of struggling with the utilities, finding the right people that can fill those skill gaps, filling, or at least having people that have trodden the path that you're trying to walk down. I think that's one of the key factors really to not making so many mistakes early on, particularly, and also further on down the journey. I think it's finding the right people to surround yourself with that then you can get the solutions that you're looking for, because you don't know what you don't know in most cases.
Exactly.
When the deal needs to move fast and the numbers need to stack, there's one name in property who you can trust: Vast Commercial Finance. Whether you're funding a ground up development, refinancing a HMO, or you need bridging for your next big opportunity, Vast connects you with the right lenders first time. No endless paperwork, no wasted weeks, just straight talking advice and access to the entire market. And if you're not sure what kind of funding you need, Vast will guide you through it with real expertise, fast response, and a genuine interest in making your project work. They're not just brokers, they're partners in your growth. So if you're a developer who needs speed, certainty, and clarity, head to vastcommercialfinance.com and get your next project moving. So 11 years in property, give us the craziest story
Okay.
to date?
I have plenty crazy stories. I think we can do like an extra 2-3 episodes just to talk about crazy stories in details. But I'm just going to pick just maybe one, or if you're going to say, give us another one, then another one, you're going to tell me when to stop. So one of the baddest was, I think 2 or 3 years ago, when it was like extreme hot during the summertime. And on one of the HMO, I have a guy who was like really, really big guy. And we had some information from other tenants that they think it's something wrong with him. Like they can hear like his breath is like so bad. Something is bad with him.
Yeah.
And they informed that they sent that information to us on Friday. So on Saturday we send a letting agent, and because I was like a mini HMO, so it was like old house which I bought like at the very beginning. It still have an old locks. So if someone put the key from inside, then he couldn't open from outside. Because today you have like a locks where there's
thumb twist.
With thumb twist, yeah. So there is no option. You're not going to open the door. But that was like different story. So he couldn't get in. He thought maybe he's drunk or something, or sleeping. So I will be back on Monday. But then on Monday we have a call. The other tenant, they says something happened because we feel terrible smell. The entire house is like smelling so bad. So I know what's happened. And I have like a girl, her name is like Roxana. She was like, very brave girl. And I knew what to do thanks to speaking with people who have experience. So many times when I spoke with letting agents, they told me like the worst part was when they found a dead body in the house. And I says like, what are you doing after? And one of the guys told me like, it's very important who's going to open the door first, because then that person is going to be like a witness and it's going to be hours and hours talking to police and explain what happened. So I says to Roxana, like, go there, call the police and let the police go first to that room. And we did actually exactly this way. So when they opened the door, the room was already in blood, like all thrown in blood. But it wasn't, he just passed away. And because it was so hot, all the fluids start coming out from him. So it was like everywhere was like blood, and it took us like 24 hours, not even less, like 12 hours, because I was in the morning, more than 12 hours, to get the right team to take him out. So there was like, I think, team of 4 people getting the body out. And then straight away, like, so other people still living there in the rooms, other rooms. And they saw what is happening, that like, and then you need a team which is taking all the, everything, floor, furniture, they were taking everything as a contaminated, it need to be ripped. So they had to rip off everything, take out all the furniture. They just left, the wooden floor, and that's it. So we had to get this room back to the previous quality, and that was like a tragic situation. Another tragic with dead body was when one of the guys hung himself on the door handle.
On the door handle?
Yeah. He just roped his head around and just sat down, and that's it. So that was like another tragic situation. And usually those tragic situations, they're always happening when I'm going for holiday. I believe there is something there, honestly, because whenever I'm going for holiday with my family, something is bad is happening. Like literally when I'm on the airport or I'm getting to the airplane, like, oh, we're starting soon, then we need to ask you something happened. And it's always the baddest thing is happening when like I'm going somewhere. Wow. It's like, don't call me now, like I don't want to. So we have like situations maybe 2 times in my life that the pipe broke and the water was going everywhere. That's happened every time when I was going for holiday, or where there's like roof been ripped off. There was like a big wind and many tires fall, and now water is getting in. I'm going for holiday. Another situation with the mortgage, I have a car accident situation, and my insurance company says it's their fault. They says it's my fault. And they told me, don't worry about that. We're going to deal with it. And the other company, they decided like, we're not going to win with the insurance company, but we can go after the driver. So they made a county court judgment, CCJ, but the letters were going to the insurance company. So I didn't know about that. And my mortgage advisor told me like, and I was going to Dubai, and I was waiting for an airplane, and she's saying, David, there is a huge problem. You can't get a mortgage. I says, why? Because you got county court judgment for 11 grand. I says, what? I says, I don't know nothing about that. And I took a guy from my team, and I says like, call on my behalf. So he was calling the court. He was calling the insurance company. My insurance company paid the other insurance company for it. I says like, I'm going to take you to the court for that. Like, you destroying my whole career because of that. And we took a solicitor. So solicitor was so slow. In Polish culture, before we start, he says, just bear in mind to talk slow. We like to act quick. We are quick. We don't like to wait for things to happen. Like, we want to deal with them as soon as possible. So the solicitor is going to take weeks or months. And we did that in like 2 weeks time. Like, we hired the solicitor, but we didn't wait for that person. We just called the call, what we need to do, what you want, what we need to send you. Okay, we got that. We got the information from the other party that they've been paid by our insurance company. And so we deal with that in like 6 weeks. And then other crazy stories, like we got more stories like that on HMO properties. Like one of the crazy story was the guy went out to the gardens, talked to other tenants, asked them for cigarette. They says like, get lost. So he went for like air gun, and he started pointing them like, who's gonna give me the cigarette now? Like, are you gonna give me cigarette now? So then the police came over like with proper shotguns.
Wow.
Like with you could. I have that video. I had that video from my letting agent. I'm not asking my employees to do things like that. But when he heard about that, he just get himself to the car. He drove there, and he made that video. That was like, I don't know, 10 in the night.
Wow.
And it was like, and there was like so many police guys. And this guy, I think he got even when the gun being fake, he got to the prison for 2 years, 1 or 2 years, something like that.
Wow.
And
Well, hopefully you've not put anyone off investing.
yeah,
But there's definitely
but those are stories which I experienced in 11 years career.
yeah.
And when you have so many properties, because there is like around over 50 houses I own today through LTD companies or on my private name. Because when I started, I was
got a letting agency as well. Is that right?
Yeah, I got different kind of companies. So it's not like, you know, if you have like 5, 10, 15 properties, you're not going to have so many different kind of stories if you manage them, especially by yourself, because you know what's happening. But when you have like so many employees, so many houses, someone will rent the room or the house to the person which I will not want that person there, because I can tell like, oh, this guys look like, maybe not look like, but his reference is not good. Or he's coming over to view the property and you can smell alcohol from him. You know, it's not. If you go for interview, you want to see a person who's going to be clean and which will not smell like an alcoholic person. Because then you can think like maybe he's going to be aggressive, maybe he's going to fight with other tenants. So when I started my journey with the businesses, then more stress appeared in my life. Because then when you run everything by yourself, you know you're going to do that right. But when you have employees, like someone will work hard, but then other person will not care. I'm just coming over, just do my job. Oh, is something on fire? But I have nothing to do with that. I don't care. Absolutely. I would just pass away that.
One of the trickiest parts of running a successful property business is staying on top of your finance. From contractor payments to project costs, the numbers can get messy fast. That's why we've partnered with Tide. Tide is a smarter way to manage your business finance, whether you're flipping houses, managing a rental portfolio, or scaling your property company. With Tide, you can open a free business account in minutes, no hidden fees. Send professional invoices and payment links, accept card payments in person or online, track expenses and set aside tax automatically, all within the app. You can even add an expense card for your team as you grow. It's fast, clean, and built for the way property professionals work. And here's the kicker. Open a Tide account with our code PDS and spend just £100 and you'll get £50 cash back. Further information on how you can sign up in the episode description. T's and C's apply.
So I start building different kind of companies. One is like deal sourcing company. It's 8 people, but we want to double that and we want to have another 8. Because I have like a huge group of investors now, which are buying houses from us. It's like 700 people.
Great stuff.
So every year, we're finding quite a lot of houses for myself and for other employees, but just like a middleman. So it's not like I'm not buying the house, renovating and then selling. It's just you as an investor, you buying that. We just pointing you which one, and we can provide you other services like giving our project managers to find the contractors and to run the project, who will, the project manager will sign the contracts with the contractors. So he will run the entire project and you don't need to worry about that you will overpay. Because it's always like, if this job is costing us $2,000, the contractor will pay after it's finished. And then the PM is checking that, is it done right? It's done right, then send the invoice. We're going to send the invoice to the investor. After that, when the renovation is finished, it's going to letting agency. And there is also accountants company, mortgage advisor company, and education company, YouTube channel company, and also conference.
Amazing.
I'm doing the biggest conferences for Polish community in the world. It's every 2 months, around between 300 and 400 people from around... I don't remember when I start. I think it's like 8 years now. I think it's more than that, because I'm 11 years in property, so it's about at least 9-10 years now. So I built like a huge community, and without being modest now, I think at least more than 10,000 Polish people have their owners today, thanks to at least my YouTube channel. Because I have also 2,000 students, and when we, doing some statistics, we asking them like how many properties you have. So majority of them have more than 3 houses now.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Amazing. Great stuff. Well, if people want to get in touch, and obviously everything you've just sort of described there, how can they go about finding out more?
Well, they can find more on our website, which is like www.dawbushgroup.com. It's hard to spell my surname, so I believe you will have a link on
in the show notes.
Yeah. So you can find the link. And I think if you're gonna type in my name and my surname, you're gonna find a lot of data about myself as well. Because I've been in different kind of podcasts, but most of them been in Polish. But also I've been in few which are fully in English, and Sam. So when Sam heard about me, I took him to our place, show him around what we're doing. So he been very impressed. So I've been on front cover Blue Brick magazine as well. So there is a lot of data about what we're doing.
Great stuff. Well, I appreciate you coming on and making the trip. It's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure for me as well. Thank you for inviting me.
Good stuff. Thank you very much for tuning in. Obviously, a great episode there. Obviously, 11 years in property, came over as an immigrant, and has made a great success of everything that David's been up to. So hopefully you've got some nuggets, some value from this episode. As I always say, please do like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.